Okay, I'm so excited. We have PJ Lewis, who this is the kickoff for the holiday season for the Productivity Plus session, and we only have one more session after this one
Wow.
on goals. So I am really looking forward to this. Thank you, PJ, and you are being recorded.
No problem. I had to grab my cheaters here to read where I'm at. But I've always found this is the best time of the year, not only to kick off 2026, but also to actually put some stuff in your pipeline, for the end of the year to have commission checks for January, February, and put together a plan. And the reason is the fourth quarter and really like the last couple of months give you so many opportunities to talk to your sphere of influence, right? And none of it is, hey Mike, haven't talked to you in a while. Got any referrals? You don't have to do that, but you want to get in front of them. And what it can do is build, build your habits to have a good year. And what I mean by that is they used to say if you sent out a postcard, six times people would know you. Then it became 16. Now it's like we get 16 pieces of mail a day from Costco and junk mail and bills and everything. And then, I don't know how many emails we all get a day from all these vendors and everything else. And then we get inundated with text messages, whether it's a work or family or friend or what's for dinner or can you grab milk on the way home or anything like that. And we don't call as much. We only call if there's something like important or I need to talk to somebody because it's too long to text. So this time of the year, as everyone gets busy because we're running into all these holidays, it's the perfect opportunity to set up a plan which will kick everything off. And I don't know if people know this, but there's about 200, it's probably going to be 250 this year, 200 million internet leads a year. We only sell 5 million houses. So if you want to do those odds and chase leads like that down, go for it. But the odds aren't great. You know, I think even the Broncos had better odds to come back in the fourth quarter yesterday. But this is, I'm a Dolphins fan, so I can say anything I want. I'm having the worst year of my life. But this is the time to set things up and go after your sphere of influence because almost 80% of your business is going to come from your sphere. So here's what I say to people. One, if you haven't done it, have talk to your marketing coordinator, whoever that is, and set up a drip campaign today. And I believe in two drip campaigns. One is a holiday one because nobody cares about you saying, you know, happy Thanksgiving, happy New Year, happy 4th of July. All that's easy. And the second is put people on a newsletter. Okay. Only about 10% of your people are going to open the newsletter. You'll see if they open it. You'll see how long, what they click on. But reason being is you can just say, I want to put you on a newsletter. You can see what's going on in the market, in your town. If they never open it, they have to read Mick and delete it every time. So now the consumer's reading your name. Your sphere of influence is reading your name. And there's probably like one holiday a month anyways, too. So now they're getting two emails a month from you. And if they never open them, they have to read PJ Lewis to delete me. So they've read my name. Okay. There's social media out there too. That's great. And now here we go. We're at October. I don't even know what today's date is, but we're getting close to Halloween, and you have all the reasons to talk to somebody now. And here's what you do. What I always believe is you start with, let's just start with Halloween. Go through your phone and text every single person, Happy Halloween. And you can put a little pumpkin, you can put a little ghost emoji, whatever you like, or just put Happy Halloween. Copy that and just put paste, 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 and go through all. I mean, you may not send it to certain people in your phone, like a doctor or whoever, but you know what I mean. You're going to go through all those people, and you're going to get about 50% will say you too or get back to you, thumbs up, something. So now we've touched them for there. We're going to run into fall back. I don't even know what the proper thing is. You know what I mean, but the clocks fall back, right? So now we have that.
That's
That's
November 2nd.
November 2nd. Yep, it's in 2 weeks. So that's going to be something that you post on social media, and you can email your database again on Friday or Saturday. I wouldn't do it on Friday because it's Halloween, but do it on, because they're already getting an email. But hey, don't forget to roll back your clocks on November 1st. Then again, happy Veterans Day. And by the way, every Friday in the newsletter that goes out, the social media posts are already there for you. All you have to do is click on them and put them on your page. You don't have to create it. You don't have to do anything. Then we run into Thanksgiving. Now, you're going to do the same thing with Thanksgiving. You're going to reach out to your sphere of influence. But on Thanksgiving, as you start going through your database, your phone, wherever that is, your 50 people, your 100 people, whatever they are, make those phone calls. Don't just leave those people that you know pretty well as a text. And you might start that, a week before Thanksgiving, but go in your database and go, wow, I've got about 50 people I need to call. So that could take some time. Break it down to like 5 a day. So start, a week before, 6 a day, so you can get through them. Because you might, Jody might pick up the phone. I might have a 5-7 minute conversation. And all the script is, hi, Jody, you know what? I know we haven't talked in a while, and maybe you have talked, but hey, Jody, I saw you last week, and you know what? I just forgot to say happy Thanksgiving. What are your plans? Are you hosting? Are you traveling? If you have that conversation with people, your past clients, anything like that, okay, that goes a long way. Now, you may say, oh my God, I haven't talked to this person in 5 years. So send them a text. Then we get into the holidays. You're going to do the exact same thing. And by the way, if you don't get through all your people, the week after Thanksgiving, you reach out and say, hey, Mike, I was thinking about you. How was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, right.
There we go. So we're going to get through our database again in November, and we're going to do the same thing again for the holidays. And then on January 2nd, you're going to text everybody. You don't have to call anybody. Text everybody, Happy New Year. You'll get over 50% of the people say, you too, Happy New Year. Now, we've got the drip campaigns going out. So what we're setting ourselves up is for 2026, right? So let's just even say we start November. November and December, we're going to pretend Jody's in my database. She's now gotten 4 emails from me. She's gotten, on January 2nd, she's gotten 2 texts. Happy Halloween, Happy New Year. And I have called her texted her for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So all of a sudden, and maybe she sees me on social media, but 4 emails, 2 texts, 2 phone calls. I've touched her now 8 times in 2 months. I may never have had a conversation with Jody. It might be text, it might be a thumbs up, it might be a voicemail. That's what I'm going to do. And now I get in the habit to kick off on January 15th. That I'm going to go through my real database, not people like other realtors or, no offense, Mike, but I'm not going to call Mike because I'm not getting business from him. So you wouldn't call a fellow realtor or somebody in the office or, me or Jody or whoever. You're going to go through your sphere of influence. And then you get in the habit that you want to call your sphere of influence every 2 months. So if you have 400 people between January and February, I want to call them. And if you have 400 people, right, that's basically 8 weeks. That's 50 a week. That's 10 a day. That may seem like a lot. But here's the thing. Jody has now heard from me, seen my name 8 times in 2 months. My name is in her head. When she goes to church or goes to a synagogue or goes to a holiday party or goes to her family's party or drives down the street and all of a sudden somebody's like, we're thinking of selling our house. My name is in her head because she's seen me as much as, and think about it. Think of your email. If you're on with Dick's Sporting Goods or Chick-fil-A, you get emails every day. That's what I want to do to Jody. So now, as Jody comes into January, let's just pretend I never even talked to her. Now I'm going to pick up the phone and go, hey, Jody, you know what? I was thinking of you, or I was driving by your street and you may have never left your house. I was driving by your street and thinking of you, or I was thinking of you. I just wanted to call and say hi and see what you're doing. Did you have a good holiday season? A warm conversation. That's all it is. And when Jody says, oh, it's so good to hear from you, whether it's on a text or a phone call, how are you? Oh, my kids are great. The dogs are good. The real estate market is, and I go into it
Fantastic.
and I'm in it now. I'm been really busy, or I was thinking of you. I listed a house in your town or anything like that. I just want to bring up real estate and reminder that I'm in real estate. Oh, that's great. Well, thanks for calling or thanks for reaching out. All right, sounds good. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'll talk to you soon. If Jody's January, I'm going to call her in February. And now all of a sudden, I am in her head because she got all these touches. And now I'm calling to reach out. I'm calling to do anything. I'm calling to say hi. And if you do it every couple months, right? And you might have something where you miss her, you don't connect. That's the whole point. And she's still getting the 2 emails from me. So if you can imagine, by the end of February, Jody's gotten 8 emails. She's gotten a touch. She's gotten the 4 touches for the holidays, and then she's gotten another touch. So now it's starting to become, and what will happen is you'll start taking your sphere of influence and it'll start going like this. And it'll get smaller and smaller because you'll start realizing that Mick is somebody that I talk to, probably you're a good referral base. You know, Olga actually doesn't pick up. We send texts. I'll just text her. It's fine. And then a lot of the top agents, their sphere of influence isn't 1,000 people. It's 200 to 300. It's the people that are going to refer her at church, at the bar, on the golf course, their neighbor. Because guess what? We all like our person. You got to call my guy, right? Anybody got an electrician? Oh, I got a great one. Anyone got a plumber? I got a great one. Got to call my mechanic's the best. I even got a friend right now who's going through divorce, and 2 of our friends are arguing over which attorney to use. Oh my! This divorce attorney's better. Everybody likes their person, right? So now when you get into that, and that sphere of influence is 200, and now you're just touching base with them 6 times a year. They're getting their emails. They're seeing you out where your sphere of influence is. They're the ones who are going to go on Friday night and somebody says something, they refer you. And a neighbor's getting divorced. Call PJ. Call PJ. Call PJ. Let me get you PJ's information. Or they're going to say, hey, PJ, my neighbor at 47 Main Street, give him a call. I think they're getting divorced. And then I can drop a letter in the mail, or I can reach out and say, hey, Mick told me to reach out to you. You might be thinking of selling your house, blah, 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 blah. I know your neighbor, Jody, so well. And we go, and there's may not be completely hot, but it's warm. And I've created that. So now that sphere of influence becomes everything. And then you can build off that, right? I can start calling non-owner occupied houses. I can call expireds. Now in Connecticut, expireds there's some out there, but there's not a ton. In Florida, there's a lot. There's a lot. And the reason is I love expireds, and Mike Ferry and everyone else will talk about this. Why? Because you have someone telling you, I want to sell my house. And the objective of selling their house didn't happen. Now, circumstances could have changed, right? Who knows? But 75% of those people still want to sell their house. So now I am sphere of influence, drip campaigns working, focusing on, again, expireds, on non-owner occupied, like a non-owner occupied investor right now in Connecticut, great person to reach out to. And here's what to do. I always take those lists and I tell people in that tax ID search on the MLS, you type in that, it'll tell you right there, recent MLS activity. Oh, they rent. Hi, my name is PJ Lewis. I didn't know if you knew that interest rates came down. I actually work actively in this marketplace, blah, 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 blah. If you're thinking of selling, because I actually can tell when their leases got up because it's in the MLS. If you're thinking of buying, I could actually talk to you about buying, you know, pre-approved, whatever you want to say. You can send it to the person living in New Hampshire and you can send it to the tenant.
Now, where do you find that? Under tax ID?
Yeah, so if you're in the MLS, go into tax and it's on the
Smart tax.
smart tax. And on the left side at the there's a drop down that'll say owner occupied, owner unoccupied, and I think it says NA, Jody, right? Or unknown. Is that right?
I'm looking now.
And so you can pick on it. Now pick like one town because you're gonna get thousands, right? If you pick Plainville, Connecticut, you get the town of Plainville, you get, Eversource, you get CNG, you get everybody who owns something, because they're not local, right? Any company is most likely not local. But you start going through and then you do single family or multifamily is a great thing to do. Right? Prices are up. Thinking about selling?
Owner occupied or absentee owner.
Absentee owner. That was it. I knew it was something else. And it gives you their address, like 15 Main Street, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. So you can send them a letter. So now I've got my sphere of influence going because, again, I need my sphere of influence going every day because, again, that's where 80% of my business is coming from. Now, that other 20% is going to be expires. It's going to be, like we said, absentee owners, open house leads. And here's the other thing. Open houses work. You get to publish them on social media. You get to meet a neighbor. You should make a plan, and everybody should do 18 open houses a year. Again, December, you might do one. January, one. But in the spring, maybe I'm doing more. Because here's the deal. If we take NAR's average of 18 and do 18, NAR's average still is like 4 people. So that's 72 people you're going to meet over the course of the year. Let's pretend they're all couples. So that's 36 people, 36 couples came to an open house. I just want one. I just want to pick up one. Because that one on a $400,000 house is probably $7,000 to me. And if I did 18 of them, and it took me 3 hours in every one, call it 60 hours to make the numbers even. But do the math. If I made 6,000 and work 60 hours, I'm making $100 an hour at every open house I'm doing. And that's if I just get one. And I'm telling you, if you meet 36 people, you'll get more than one. So now I'm getting a deal or two from my open house. Maybe I get 1 or 2 from expired. Maybe I'm not into the absentee owner letter and I want to do something different, like just market my neighborhood. Which, here's my next thing. If you have a budget, there is a postcard on Express Stocks that has a QR code on it. And on the QR code, it has the sale price, the average sale price of their house. If they scan that code today, it'll give them a number. If they throw it in their drawer in their desk and they pull it out 6 months from now, it'll give them a different number. It's pulling from the tax records. Want to know how much your house is worth? Call me and I can give you a, more accurate number. So if you have a budget, I'm going to go after my neighborhood for that. And let's just say it's 100 people I'm going to go after. It's going to cost me $60. $60 over 10 months is 600. I'm going to get one for that too. I'm not going to send that out probably in, November and December. And I could do that every other month with 2 different neighborhoods. So I'm just nailing that. So the price is doing that. So now you can see, like, you get 1 or 2 from open house, 1 or 2 from an expired, 1 and 2 from a mailing. I just want one. 1 or 2 from the other thing. Now I got 4 deals, 1 from each one. Now I got 4 deals. And if I got 4 deals from that, again, 80% of my business is going to be elsewhere. I'm probably then, right? I'm probably looking at 20 deals a year if I'm working my sphere of influence. And 20 deals a year at a $400,000 house, like we just said, you're talking about putting 100 and a quarter in your pocket at the end of the year. And that's by 10 people a day and doing those activities. And here's what I'd say. Do your contacts first thing in the morning. Don't let your day go. Things will happen. Whether you do them from home, whether you will go into the office, which I think sometimes the office is easier because you have that setting and you're not focused on anything else. But just say, I have to do these 10 people to kick off my day. And then the next thing you do is those activities that you're doing. Getting ready for my open house, sending out. I see the expireds first thing in the morning. Let me see if I can find their number. If not, I want to go drop them the letter. I want to mail a letter depending where they are. Then I'm focusing on my postcards going out once a month. When's that going? I don't know, 15th of the month. Make sure that's getting done. My activities are done. And if you think about it, if I can make my contacts do my activities in the first couple hours of the day, then before lunch, I've done my marketing, social media post, a couple things like that. And I have my whole afternoon with showings, following up with people, doing everything. And again, you might have a follow-up call in the morning. You're working on a deal, all that stuff, which is normal. But you want to keep getting that done. Keep getting that done. Because if you're focused on those activities, right, you're going to be more successful. And if you think about it, like if you're a baseball player, they don't go take 4 or 5, swings at BP, then go eat lunch, then come back, take 5 or 6 swings, then go do something else, then come back. No, they get all their ABs at once. They'll take 10, 12 swings, get some water, somebody else will hit, then they'll go back in, they'll do it. So you get all your income producing activities either ready to go or done as you're getting your day on. So you're not at 4 o'clock in the afternoon going, now what should I do? Because if you ever have extra time in the day, that's a great time to be like, hey, you know what? Where's my phone? Maybe I'll text a couple people, or maybe I'll look up and see if there's anything online, or I'll send another letter, or I'll send a couple emails out. I saw something online, Jody just had a new grandbaby. Oh, Jody, congratulations. I'll do that stuff. So now I'm constantly talking to people. But I always feel this fourth quarter gets you set up for those contacts in the first of the year. Because again, Jody's just heard from me about happy holidays and happy Thanksgiving and how was your holiday? Did you host? Did you go anywhere? Jody, happy New Year. So she's used to hearing from me. And it's all about the holidays. So she's not like, why is PJ calling me? Oh, it's Thanksgiving. Oh, happy New Year. Then it's like, I was thinking of you. Oh, yeah. And that conversation, that text, that phone call can lead into something else. The weather, anything going on, right? There's always something going on. Are you watching the Super Bowl, right?
No.
All those things. You can talk about whatever's interests you, sports, golf, anything going on. Just stay away from, religion and politics. But there's always the weather changes, things change. Can you believe this weather? Can you believe the snowstorm? How are you doing? Oh, I just got back from a cruise. Like all that stuff. It's just all personal stuff. How are your dogs? How are your cats? And now they're used to hearing from you, and you build that up. And if you have the budget for the mailings, do the mailings. And then the last thing to put into place for next year is, if you have the budget, if you don't have the budget, don't worry about it. You pick something to give out to your 100 people. Could be a little flag. Could be a little pumpkin that costs $1 a piece, right? It could be one of the tiny little mustard jars, and you put a sticker of your information on it, and you drop it off on the 4th of July. Say, I hope you have a great 4th of July. Here's a little something for your hot dogs. Pick something that's different. Could be a candy bar that you put your sticker wrapped on it. Something like that you can drop off for Popeyes. Right? That's a kind of a Buffini thing. He loves that. But you think about it is if you have something that you kind of own and you do, people get all into it. And you can have a little fun with it. Whether it's a mustard container or, like I said, a flag for 4th of July or something. You can do a lot of different things. A pumpkin in the fall and get the little mini pumpkins. You don't have to get anything big. Spend $1. Just drop it off on their front step. They'll think it's great. But again, it's just you're staying in front of them. And now when they get the email, they might open it. And now your marketing is done. You can do all of this for no money, or you can do everything that we just said for under $2,000 in a year. That's a mailing a month. That's some holiday cards. Oh, and I forgot one thing. I'll say that again. And then also like a little Popeye gift. I forgot one thing. Send out Thanksgiving cards. Don't do holiday cards. Everybody gets holiday cards. And you get a stack of them and they end up in the trash. No one gets a Thanksgiving card. And if you don't have time to go on Amazon and do Thanksgiving right now, and you're just kind of overwhelmed with stuff, do Happy New Year cards. Wait till after the holidays are over and do Happy New Year cards. Put something in the mail for them like that. I know some people do calendars and everything, which is a great thing. Like your past clients all should be on PCC because they get stuff now in the mail and you're already paying for it. It costs you 40 or 50 bucks for 5 years, $10 a year. Now they're getting 5, 6 things in the mail. So now you can think about a past client on PCC. 5 times a year, they're getting something. They get a calendar. They get a holiday card. They get a Thanksgiving card. They get your 2 emails a day. You're touching base with them 6 times a year. They're seeing you on social media. You think they're going to forget who you are? When they go have a drink or go to church, you think they're going to refer you? Yeah, they are. You're the only realtor they see or hear from. Because remember, when we're not touching our sphere of influence and somebody at Remax lists a property down my street, I go by it 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times a day, and I read Joe Smith Remax, Joe Smith Remax, Joe Smith Remax. Wonder what the house sold for. Wonder what the house is on for. Let me go look it up. There's Joe Smith at Remax. Your neighbor, your friend, your good friend is constantly reading that sign and that broker's name and that information. They're not looking to shop with Joe Smith, but they're seeing it every day, every day. So if you're not in front of them all the time, now I go grab a drink. Who's the first realtor I think of? Joe Smith. I've been looking at a sign for 90 days. They need to think of you. And that's why, having your open houses and posting them on social media so your friends see them. They don't have to go. They're not buying the house, but they just want to see that they're just putting your name in the back of their head for everything that they do. And the numbers are, I use that 40 or 50 for the week because the numbers are very, very simple and they're tried and true. So, Mick's at the top of my screen, so I keep using his name. Mick, if Mick sold 5 houses last year and he wants to sell 10, he needs to talk to 5 more people a day than he's doing now. If Mick sold 5 houses and he wants to sell 20, he needs to do what he's doing, but now he needs to talk to 15 people a day. At the supermarket, at the gas station, at golf league, at church, at a bar, at a restaurant, on my phone. I need to do that. If you're doing this, you're going to be able to hit your goal. Because your sphere of influence is going to refer you, and you're having those conversations every day. All right. Hold on for 1 second for questions. I'll be right back.
I just went out and got one of those calendars at Staples, the big ones, and planning my year. So I love that 18 open houses.
Yeah, I need a big one too. I have a teeny one. I can't fit anything in there.
Well, and I'm visual, so I like to see, even though I really use my Google Calendar, I like to see it so I can, you know,
Hmm.
think, this is what, and then I feel better because I know these activities are going to make me money. So I'm not worried. Like I know if I make this many calls, I get an appointment. I go on this many appointments, I get a something.
Hmm.
But okay, you have been really plug in, and it's showing, you know, you're starting to fly. But and I'm the thing that I love is you keep making the calls, you keep reaching out, you keep making plans. I think one thing I love about coaching and working with people is this is my plan for the week. This is what I'm doing. And whenever I talk to you guys, I love it when you're telling me I'm going after this. This is who I'm talk to. This is when I'm gonna list their house. And you have your pipelines.
Yeah.
How many people are afraid to call their sphere? But you're doing it. That's great. So I just
Sorry about that. I had to use the restroom quick.
okay.
So you can see as you're doing all this, and you may say, okay, like I'm a visual person. Um, some people might be able to put everything in their phone, a calendar, whatever. Another thing, if you don't, get a whiteboard, put it up next to you, and literally put your activities, what you're going to do every day. Contact 10 people, whatever. Have it posted like that. Some people have a calendar. You can do that, which makes it really easy too. That here's what I'm going to do every day. That's kind of what I will do is I'll write down what I'm doing each day. But you could put like, happy Thanksgiving calls, send out an email about, the clock, send out an email about Valentine's Day. You could do that. Like you could fill out your calendar. I, I think it was Tony Jody from Mike Ferry. I forget who used to do this for Mike
Yeah,
Ferry.
Tony. Yep.
They used to tell you to get and I probably have one somewhere here. I'm looking around, a calendar for the year and write out your year, vacations, days off, open house, pick your Sundays for the year right now.
I
You know,
just did that. I just went to Staples and I got for $6 the gigantic desk calendar, all 12 months.
I'm looking around because I know I have one here. I'm at my house and I know I have an old one. But like they literally teach you like go do your calendar. You're gonna pick your open house weekend you're gonna do right now on July 14th or whatever it is. And so it's everything's in front of you. Now, I like it on a smaller one-page paper that I can just look, and do that. But you can plan out your whole year or do it by the month and plan out your month. Here's what I'm doing. You'll get your stuff done. Absolutely.
And it
All right. Any,
works.
any questions, comments? But you can see the holidays give you an excuse to call. And now Jody's used to hearing my voice. Jody's used to hearing my text beeps. There's PJ, happy Thanksgiving. It becomes part of her routine, and it's not like I'm starting off out of the blue to do anything. And honestly, on your phone, if you put happy Thanksgiving with a little turkey, you copy it after you send the first text, and then you just go paste, 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 paste. Oh, start just going through your phone. It'll take you an hour and you'll do 500 people.
I love that.
And you'll get a lot of responses. All right, any questions, comments? Is it too much for people? Is it overwhelming? If it is, just break down and say, maybe I can't do that, but I could do 2 people a day, 5 people a day. because whatever you can do will result. Remember, if you sold 10 houses last year, you want to sell 20, you're going to probably sell 10 again, but you got to get out there and talk to 10 other people. It'll work.
I love it. Are you guys in? You ready to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
And if you don't want to
PJ,
spend any money, you don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to spend any money.
PJ, this is Scott. As you know, I've been away from real estate for 2 years, been out in the work world, and I'm coming back now to real estate. What would my message be to my sphere of influence? That I'm back in the business and that just give me a call, or what would you suggest?
So, Scott, I'm going to guess that most people don't even know you got out of the business and you were
They-
doing something else. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go there. I would just call and just say, hey, PJ, it's Scott. Just like, when I saw your name
Yeah.
pop back up recently, like, hey, PJ, it's Scott. Haven't talked to you in a while. Just wanted to call and say hello and see how you're doing.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
say I was thinking of you. You can say anything. I would just reach out. I'm going to guess. And then if somebody notices, they'll bring it up. Oh, what have you been up to?
Yeah. Then you can explain it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm going to guess 85% of the people have no idea.
Okay.
Because they're seeing you on social media, your wife, different things, whatever it might be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Anybody want to comment?
Good. Great.
Think it's very good. Information you guys give is excellent.
There are a lot of different suggestions and ideas.
And remember, again, make what you can achieve every day. Even if you're part-time, you have a full-time job. What can I do every day? Maybe it's one. Set up the drip campaign. I'm going to reach out to one person on the way to work and one person on the way back, or whatever you do. If you're a teacher, you might not want to reach out to somebody at 7 a.m. But maybe on the way back, I'm going to reach out to one person before I get in the car, or I'm going to write down a phone number. I'm going to call them on the way home. Because that's 5 a week. And that becomes 20 a month. And do the math. Now, all of a sudden, I just talked to 250 people.
Hmm.
And if I only have like 50 I want to do, that means I'm contacting them, every few months. It's not bad. So you can make a difference with whatever time you have. But I think if you didn't listen, it was LJ was on Thursday. And LJ's out of our Glastonbury office. And he talks about how one of the things that sticks out, and he goes to the office every morning, drops his kids off, goes to the office every morning, is he said, the mindset is you got to treat this like a job. Go to work. So think about these. Here's the things I'm going to do today. Like you were walking into, Aetna, and they said, here's the things you have to do today. So now you know what you're going to do. And then when you have company stuff, whether it's, I know there's a haunted Halloween and Niceville on Saturday, you invite your whole sphere of influence. Tell them to swing by. I'm going to be there. There's going to be candy or whatever. Nobody may come, but if you go for an hour, now you got another excuse to just tell everybody.
Yeah, this is a people business.
Mhm.
There's no shortcut to good conversations. It's about good conversations and kindness and, connecting.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Well, obviously, Jody's a fantastic teacher, but managers, myself, Ryan, Kelly, all the managers out there, whatever you have, start writing stuff down. And this is the time of the year, to put this in place. And if you need help with a business plan and stuff like this, or your goals, because a business plan really is your goals. Your goal might be pay off a credit card, make 100 grand, make 10 grand, sell a house a month. We can take that and then we can build a plan out on how to get there. And then you just do those activities every day.
I can see people wanting to take you up on this, PJ.
It's really, once you set it up, and Jody knows this better than anything. Once you set it up and take some time on your own to set it up, have a call with any of us, like, and you have a quick Zoom or a quick call, you do that. And then the hard part is holding yourself accountable to do it every day.
Hmm.
That's the hardest part. Just like how I've been saying I'm going on a diet like every Sunday night for the past 3 months, and I'm going to lose 10, 15 pounds. Well, guess what? I haven't. But I got to hold myself accountable if I'm going to do it. But that's fine. But if it's written down in front of you, you'll go do it. You'll get that done. It's like a chore. Text 5 people, crossed it off. That's done.
All right. Well, I appreciate this. Next week, it just so happens, is our last week, and we are doing goals. So that'll be
Perfect.
fun. And I was thinking I might get Sydney to jump in. We'll see if she has the time. But she told me she probably would. But
Okay.
I didn't talk to her this past week, so we'll see.
And folks, your goals can be anything. It can, like I said, it could be sell a house a month, sell 2 houses a month, make 100 grand, make 200 grand, pay off a credit card, pay off a car. It could be, I want to go to Italy. Okay, well, Italy, the plane ticket's $1,000. The trip's going to cost you, you and whoever you're going with, it's going to be 10 grand. Okay, well, you sold 6 houses. To pay for that trip, you need to sell 2 more houses. So how do we get you to 8? You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a number or a unit. It could be, I got to pay for college. That's 30,000. Okay, that's 5 more deals that I'm doing now. How do I get to that? I've got a wedding coming up, whatever it is. And then you can build out the activities.
Any
Thanks,
questions?
PJ.
You
Thank
guys
you.
are so quiet.
Monday night. And my
Nick, I
diet's
know
not
you
starting
wanna
because
say
I'm going to
something.
eat lasagna right now.
Oh,
There
okay,
you go.
we'll let you go. Thank
Have a
you
good one,
so
everybody. Take
much.
care.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or anything? Mick, good to see you.
Do I get in touch with marketing to set up a drip campaign? Because I'm not sure how that works.
Oh, that is a good question. So, I will show you. I'm going to share my screen really quick. And this is
Jody, I gotta
something.
sign off. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, good. I'll see you tomorrow. When you go into the
Thank
email
you.
thank you, Scott. I can't wait to see you. So I'm going to my email. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
And you get an email every week on Fridays, but sometimes it comes on Mondays. Let me just go. Oh God, this is the wrong one. Hang on. I gotta go to the right one. Okay. Email. And I want to show you because there's a trick to it. All right, here's one. Nope, that's not it. Sarah Tilly.
Excuse me, Jody, is this what's going to be changing? That we're supposed to be setting up with Patty and them, they're going to show us a new system? Is
I have
this,
no idea. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
well, there's, I guess, a new system going in place that I thought, I don't know if it's got to be, connected with the Century 21 that we're using now.
Hang on. I think, well, so Century 21 is changing vendors.
Okay,
And it's not Century 21, it's Moxie changed. They're going from WordPress to another background, which is like Amazon.
mhm,
So some of the things are going to be slightly different.
okay,
There we go. Avon Weekly Update. So whatever office you're in, you'll get this. C21, your office weekly update. When you click on it, and then you scroll down, this is what PJ was saying. Like we have marketing things you can do. So here's the different classes for this week. And I think this, Marianne, is what you were asking about the Preferred Client Club. There's a
Yeah.
session tomorrow, and that is also changed a little bit, but it's still the same thing.
Okay. Thank you.
And there's some information, then it's 21 online. So then you see this, view entire message. So this is what you people don't see. You have to click
yeah.
on this. The message is clipped. And then when you scroll down to the bottom again, you will see, oh, this is Thursday. That's going to be good. You guys don't miss that one. Here's Sarah. So whoever your marketing person is will be there. Hang on. And there we go. So so Alex will have just a link. Sarah puts a little button there, and when you click on it, it brings you to the Help Center for 21 for all points. And you put your email address in. And then you go in. I don't remember my password, but hang on. So then you put your password in, and then if you don't have your password like I don't, you click reset password. And then they
Jody, I
send you a
never
link.
get those.
You don't get those emails?
No.
This is well, you will be Stratford. So
Yeah.
yours comes from Stratford.
I don't get them.
C21 Stratford?
Nope. I get the ones Alex sends out,
Oh, that's it. Alex
Oh,
sends
that's
it out.
it?
Yeah,
Marketing
that's it.
assistant? Is that?
Oh, okay.
Yes. Whoever your marketing person is sends it out to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you,
know,
Nick, for asking that question. That was good because I never saw that at the bottom.
I
The entire
know.
message. And I
No
was
Yeah, I
kidding.
didn't
wondering where
either.
it was. I couldn't, I didn't see it either. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Jody,
And
I
Nick
wanted to
too.
mention something to you.
Okay.
This weekend I was trying to get a hold of zip forms because I needed help with something that I was doing.
Okay.
And I would stay on the line like for a half hour and then the call would drop. And so it took me about, 5 or 6 phone calls for somebody to get on the phone. And it was
Who are
really
you calling?
whoever's calling zip forms because I needed their help.
Oh my goodness. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
I think maybe it was because it was a Sunday. I don't know, but
Well,
was
you can
like
always
so
reach out to me. I don't mind. I'm around usually.
okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Thank you. I
Thank
will see
you.
you next Monday.
Make sure I'm on
And
that mailing list. Make sure I get an email about next Monday.
okay.
All
Are
right.
I will
you
do
Please.
doing
that.
2 sessions next week or 1?
Yeah, I think I will do 2 sessions next week.
Okay. Thank you.
But it depends on Sydney. Well, I have my meeting with her on Wednesday, so I will let you guys know.
Okay,
Okay?
thanks.
Because
All right. Thank
I
you,
don't
Joe.
want to
Thank
do
you.
one without her and one with her. Thanks,
Right.
Tanya. All right, you guys. Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Thanks for
You
coming.
too.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Bye-bye.